Would you think you maybe had advanced ODI claims with that knock there?
Not necessarily. But to talk about the game overall, obviously, the wicket was reasonably tricky. I thought halfway, we felt like we were in with a good chance. You can tell that it wasn't a true wicket by the way they played, but until you bat on it yourself, it's quite hard to gauge. And it was, in patches, seemed to be quite hard. And it wasn't every ball, but there's a bit of variable bounce and the ball sticking in the pitch. Obviously, losing those wickets early, we had to rebuild a bit. We got it going, and then once I got out, there was another flurry which kind of killed the game off. But I think one or two more partnerships, we would have been able to get over the line and keep the series alive.
Was it a case of needing to get adjusted to the wicket? Did you need time to sort of get yourself in?
Yeah, well, it wasn't necessarily you got used to it. I think there was just phases in the game, or certain bowlers where found it a bit easier, and then there'd be a little passage where struggled to time the ball. And luckily when I was going okay, Bilbo was perhaps struggling a bit more, and then he started going better when I struggled a bit more. If we could have obviously extended that partnership by another 50 runs or so and left the lads at the bottom a bit less to do, we might have got over the line, but it wasn't to be.
So you said you didn't feel like you would advance your claims. Does it feel like an opportunity, not an opportunity this time? How do you sort of see it?
Not really thought about that, to be honest. It was, obviously would have liked a bigger contribution to get us towards the winning, or towards the target. Same with Bilbo. If we could have kept that partnership going for a longer period of time, we obviously would have given ourselves more of a chance of winning. But we'll just really talk about the game for now.
Hi James, how hard has it been for you guys? I suppose you're kind of finding your form and rhythm, not even having a warm-up game, which is basically unprecedented.
We're coming fairly fresh. I think obviously the guys that have been here a while, they're at the other end of the spectrum where they're looking forward to getting home. And for us, we've not had a huge amount of preparation, and the weather in Adelaide wasn't great, so it's been limited. But that's the way it is. We still, we're into our second game now. Ideally a bit more preparation, but I don't think. It's still nice to come in fresh, as I say, somewhere in the middle of where the guys that have been here for a while and where we are would be ideal. But it's still. There's a lot of, there was a lot of effort in the team to try and do well in this series. Unfortunately, we go to Melbourne having lost it, but fair play to the guys that have been here from the World Cup. They're focused on the game when it's come round to it, as well as they can, I think.
And when you arrive, I suppose the opening over with Mitchell Stark looping it around, that's pretty much as hard as it gets in white ball batting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what he's going to do, but reacting to it's something different. He's obviously a massive threat with that new ball when it's swinging like that. Try and keep that front pad out of the way and lay a bat on it. But the nature of that pitch and the square in general being so dry, luckily that swing sort of disappeared after the first 2 or 3 overs. So we only had to scrap hard for that initial little burst from him, and then the swing disappeared because the wicket was so dry, which made it a fraction easier. And then a period towards the end where it starts reversing a bit.
I know there's been a fair bit of a gap in between, but I think it's 350 plus is a good century and 488 innings for you, so you must be pretty happy with that little run that you've built.
It's over quite a long period of time, but I mean, 60 is a few runs, but you obviously always want more. Another opportunity, hopefully in Melbourne, to try and finish the series off on a positive note and get some more runs myself.
Done? You got one there?
When there's a ball like Mitch bowls to David, do you just have to tip your hat as a batter sometimes and go, that's too good?
Yeah, he's done that to many players, some of the best players in the world. When the ball swings like that, there was a nice breeze going across the ground for him that way as well, which probably exaggerated the swing. There's the world-class bowlers at that attack. There's going to be some balls in there which are unplayable, especially early on in your innings. It's hard to adjust. You need a bit of luck early against a ball like that. Hopefully you get a thick outside edge or it just misses the stumps or something. So credit to him, he started really well.